Hello YouTube. Today we are discovering Japan's breaking news as to what's going on with bears. You guys already knew that we had some critical incidents about the bear population distribution and why encounters with bears are increasing in Japan. Why are Japanese bears on a spotlight of breaking news last year? Today, I'm gonna tell you a changed reality. Bear country being expanding nationwide. Once again, welcome to MALIBU Community College. My name is MALIBU. On this channel, I explain complex topics such as history, politics, economics, philosophies, literature, and social issues in a clear, entertaining, and easy understand way. My style is quite simple to a university lecture, but much more engaging. My channel content is intended to educate you in my way while you are entertained. That's a management philosophy of my channel. If you are all good with me, please stay tuned and I'll get you updated with the next chapter of the content, okay? I always welcome you. Now, enough intro. Let's go and jump into it. 2025 was already recorded a high number of fatal bear attacks, making it one of the worst years on record. In affected regions, daily life is being constrained. Evacuations, cancellations of events, restricted forecast access. Local authorities are even deploying troops and using box traps to remove problem bears. Experts argue that lethal control alone is insufficient. Instead of it, we need a comprehensive approach, like managing a bear population, restoring buffer zones, securing human settlements, and educating the public about how to reduce the risk. Why is this happening? Why are bears more often near people? Today, we're gonna put the spotlight on why this is happening and how it happened. Japan has mainly two negative species. One is the Asiatic black bear, and the one is brown bear. Historically, these bears live mostly in mountainous and forest areas where are away from major population centers. But some news reports that they appeared in cities and attacked humans. 2025 had seen a record surge in bear sightings and human-bear conflicts with dozens of fatalities and hundreds of injuries. The worst levels since nationwide record keeping began. For me, I'm living in the middle of the Tokyo 23 districts right now, and I'm feeling perfectly safe and fine. But once you step out of town, you get yourself in danger. Well, actually, I went on a hiking with my company folks last fall. There was a lady who brought a whistle with her, and then because she was too scary of encountering wild bears, it was okay. But we acknowledged the importance of self-protection. If you run into wild animals in real time, actually you can't do anything. You'll probably end up to get paralyzed with fear or shock when you run into bears on face and collapse on the floor in the end. It sounds funny, but that's true. You can't run away from bears. Yeah, very, very scary if you get into a mountain without the full of preparation. I hesitated to climb up the mountain, especially during the winter season, because bears might be in hibernations. I don't want to die. In recent data, bears now inhabit 34 prefectures in Japan. Their distribution's range has expanded compared to the past, reaching a lower elevation zone closer to human habitations. Both the number of the bear and the area in which they live have increased, leading to many more opportunities for bear and people to cross the path. Why are bears more often near people? Because bears are overpopulated over the past decades, right? Yeah, strict regulations on hunting and wildlife management have helped bear population to recover and grow. That's the one. The food shortage is in natural habitats. Bears mainly feed on nuts and acorns from the forest trees before winter hibernations. In years when these food sources fails, due to a poor harvest, possibly linked to a climate change, they descend from the mountains searching for the other food, often near humans. At the same time, bears are naturally began spreading into the new areas, including closer to human-inhabited area. 2025 was especially a poor nut harvest in many regions, likely continuing. Contributing to the spike in bear forays into villages and towns. You see how it makes sense about why bears are attacking human. As younger generations move from village to the cities, rural areas are being depopulated. Farmland are often abandoned or poorly managed. This neglected zone can become a stepping stone for bears between mountains and residential zones. It's like buffer zones between forest and human settlements. Bears are changing their behavior to survive, same as human, like you and me. Yeah, when climate changes, their behavior changes. When economy changes, our lifestyle changes. Same things. Climate changes may affect natural food availability and hibernation patterns. Milder winters might delay high hibernations or cause early activity, which increases overlap with human activity periods. So there are still several factors on why bears are increasing and attacking humans in cities. But perfect solution is not to kill bears or not to minimize the population of bears, right? Well, technically it may work to some degree, but not good idea eternally. So what we should do is, well, this is my personal opinion. So if you have another idea, please share with me. What I suggest here is to look at the changing reality. Japan is no longer a place where bears stay deep in the mountains and humans stay in the cities. Increasing bear numbers plus environmental and social changes have pushed bears closer to where people live. As a result, especially in 2025, bear encounters and attacks have surged beyond previous norms, right? So this illustrates a border shift in human wildlife coexistence in Japan. Yeah, continued conservation has succeeded in restoring bear populations, but now brings new challenges about how humans and bears can safely share land. This is quite a tough challenge because there is no perfect answer or anything individual can resolve alone. My understanding is that humans and bears can safely share land only if both behavior and landscapes are deliberately managed. We need to understand why a bear attacks humans, right? Yeah, they just want to eat more. What do we do in order to avoid encountering with a bear? These two things all matter. They take a risk to eat plenty of food in cities. If you leave raw garbage outdoor, bears goes. If you leave unprotected crops, falling fruit near home, livestock feed stored outside all alone, you know who is bad, right? And those help you to reduce bear incidence and drop by up to 60% or more. So, for those who are living in urban areas where you can never found bears, don't celebrate it yet because there is always danger when you are out of town, going on a trip somewhere far from human inhabited areas. Without full preparation, knowledge about wildlife guidance or how to protect yourself from bears, you don't really get close to them. Always stay alerted on yourself so at least you can detect early and respond rapidly. The bear seeing early is a problem avoided. In case you have an eye contact with bears, make sure never to run away real quick because bear goes after you first. Faster than you are away, right? Yeah, humans and bears can safely share land only through active human management, as I mentioned. Bears are attracted to food, so garbage, crops, and fruit must be secured always. Clear boundaries between forest and towns are essential, using a buffer zone and land maintenance. Early detection can quick response prevent the bears from becoming used to people. Bears must be taught to fear humans, not harmless, and populations must be managed scientifically. Coexistence is not passive. It requires a continuous human responsibilities. Those factors are pretty core essence of today's video, guys. I watched some videos that stupid people are playing tamed bears on YouTube, but that's not happening in real time. If you underestimate wildlife, you end up to kill yourself in the end. So please stay alerted on yourself and protect yourself as guideline by my YouTube channel. I'm from a local area in Japan, so I know how dangerous bears are, and they are so harmful, especially when they are super starving. Even small wild boars are dangerous and unpredicted animals that can inflict serious damages with their attack. That is super aggressive and hurts you so badly if you get too close to them. It's too late when it happens. Hopefully you understand my first message of the year. Thanks for watching. Hey, thanks for watching today. If you found this video even just a little bit interesting, then don't forget to subscribe for more updates and turn on notifications. It's all free and you'll walk away smarter than yesterday. I hope you stay tuned and connected to my community. Plus, check out the videos right here on the screen. Just click and keep learning, because knowledge is power. You deserve to have it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice day and stay curious.